I know full well that national security, defence of our country is the #1 issue. That is why I voted to renew the deterrent, and that's why I've been absolutely clear on this. I lead from the front. I've always led from the front, and this is an issue I feel very, very strongly about. Thank you very much, Carl. Serena from Sky.
Hi. You just said in your speech that you think playing a part on the global stage is important. You want to be a leader on the world stage. So on that issue, today 100 creatives have signed a letter urging you that if you get into government, they would like to see you halt UK arms sales to Israel, and they say this would end UK's complicity in war crimes in Gaza. Now, they said it would be a symbolic change a symbolic move in line with your vision on change. Now, you said you want to see a summary of the UK's legal position around this. So my question is, do you believe in a moral case for stopping arms sales, given your concerns that you've said around the horrifying scenes in Gaza?
Well, the scenes in Gaza are horrifying, particularly in relation to Rafah. And that's why the #1 priority is to ensure we get a ceasefire. We've been saying that for months now. And that means a ceasefire straight away, a cessation of the hostilities. Far too many people have lost their lives. Aid is desperately needed in the region. And, of course, there are still hostages who are held and have been held for a very, very long time. So humanitarian aid needs to get in. There needs to be that ceasefire. And there needs to be the beginning of a political process that leads to a two-stage solution. With Palestinian recognition as a state as part of that process, alongside a safe and secure Israel. So that's what needs to happen. That's where we want to work with allies. And that is important to me. But throughout this conflict, I've been in contact with our allies to make sure that if we are privileged to come in to serve our country, we're in a position to pick those discussions up and work with our allies towards that ceasefire. On the question of the arms sales, it is for the government, obviously, to review the licences. They do it one by one. They have got legal advice. We've been pressing them to disclose that legal advice. And I still press them to disclose that legal advice. Obviously, if we're privileged to come into power, we'll be able to see that advice or commission our own. But look, I will just add this, that the Rafah offensive should not go ahead. And that I think our government should follow the US lead on this in relation to arms sales and review the licences to see whether any of them would be or are being used in Rafah offensive. Thank you.